Today I will show you how you can achieve your financial goals in your 30s. It's not just about saving or cutting costs. It's about building a rock-solid financial future that lets you live the life you want. Whether you're just starting or already on your way, these steps will help you make the most of this important decade. Ready to take control of your finances? Let's jump in! The first step toward financial stability is creating an emergency fund. In your 20s, you might have gotten away with a bit of living paycheck to paycheck, but in your 30s, it's time to have a solid cushion for unexpected life events. We're talking about 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses saved up in a separate account. Think about it like this: life is unpredictable. One day everything's smooth, and the next your car breaks down, your house needs repairs, or your job situation changes. An emergency fund ensures you don't have to pay more debt when life throws these curveballs. It's your financial buffer zone. If you're already started saving, that's amazing. If not, don't worry. Begin by setting small, achievable goals. Even saving $50 or $100 monthly can add up over time. Ideally, keep this fund in a high-yield savings account so it grows while being easy to access in an emergency. 2. Pay off high-interest debt. In your 30s, high-interest debt is like weight that drags you down. Credit card debt, personal loans, and other expensive debt can siphon away your hard-earned money. If you're carrying any of these, now's the time to get serious about paying them off. Think about this. If you owe $10,000 on a credit card with an 18% interest rate, that's $1,800 a year just in interest. That's money you could save, invest, or spend on something meaningful, not paying off past purchases. One strategy for taking this is the avalanche method, where you focus on paying off your highest interest debts first, while continuing to make minimum payments on the others. It might not feel as satisfying as knocking out small balances, but you'll save more money in the long run. Once you're free of high interest debt, you'll feel like you can breathe again, and your financial future will be much brighter. 3. Max out your retirement savings. Your 20s might have been a time of figuring things out, but by your 30s, it's time to get serious about saving for retirement. Ideally, you should aim to contribute at least 15% of your income to retirement accounts. Here's why it is so essential. Compound interest is your best friend regarding retirement savings. The earlier you start, the more time your money has to grow. For example, if you start investing $500 a month at age 30 and earn a 7% annual return, you'd have around $600,000 by the time you're 65. But if you wait until you're 40 to start, you'll only have about $285,000. Big difference, right? If you have them, take full advantage of employer matches. It's free money. And even if retirement seems a long way off, your future self will thank you for making these smart moves now. Maxing out your retirement accounts should be a top priority. 4. Establish multiple streams of income. By your 30s, relying on just one source of income can feel risky. What if something happens to your job? Having multiple income streams isn't just a luxury, it's a smart financial strategy that gives you more security and flexibility. There are lots of ways to build additional income streams. You could start a side hustle, invest in rental properties, or explore dividend-paying stocks. Some people even start businesses on the side, like selling products online, freelancing, or creating a YouTube channel. The key is diversification. Even if your main job is stable, that extra income can help you reach your goals faster. Plus, you're not putting all your financial eggs in one basket. Whether passive income from investments or active income from a side business, having multiple streams can make a difference in how quickly you can achieve financial independence. 5. Invest wisely. When you're in your 30s, it's time to get serious about investing. If you haven't started, don't worry. There is still plenty of time to build wealth. The key here is investing in a way that aligns with your long-term goals. First, consider low-cost index funds and ETFs, which offer broad exposure to the stock market without the risk of picking individual stocks. They're perfect for people who don't want to track the market all day, but still want to see their money grow over time. time. These funds generally perform well over the long term and have the added benefit of lower fees compared to actively managed funds. Diversification is another crucial principle. To minimize risk, don't put all your money in one asset class or stock. Spread it out across different sectors, industries, and even countries. Remember, investing is a marathon, not a sprint. Avoid the temptation of chase trends or get-rich-quick schemes. Stick to your plan, keep contributing regularly, and let compound interest work its magic over the years. 6. Boost your credit score. A good credit score is one of the most valuable financial assets you can have in your 30s. Whether buying a home, financing a car, or applying for a loan, a high credit score can save you thousands of dollars in interest over time. So, what's considered a good score? Anything about 740 is generally excellent, but if you can aim for over 800, even better. To boost your credit score, follow these tips. Always pay your bills on time. Even one missed payment can lower your score significantly. Keep your credit utilization ratio below 30%. If you have a $10,000 credit limit, keep your balance of about $3,000. Don't apply for too many new lines of credit at once. Each hard inquiry can ding your score slightly. Improving your credit score doesn't happen overnight, but you'll get there with consistent effort. And when it's time to make those big financial moves, like buying a house, you'll be glad you did. 7. Start estate planning. It isn't just for the super wealthy. It's something everyone should do, especially if you have a family. In your 30s, it's time to protect your assets and loved ones. At a minimum, you'll want a will that outlines how your assets should be distributed if something happens to you. If you have children, make sure to designate a guardian. You might also want to create a living trust, which can help avoid probate and ensure your assets go directly to your heirs. Don't forget about healthcare directives and power of attorney documents. This will ensure that someone you trust can make decisions on your behalf if you're incapacitated. Estate planning may not be fun, but it's one of the most responsible financial steps you can take in your 30s. 8. Buy a home, if it makes sense. You've likely thought about home ownership by the time you're in your 30s. Owning a home can be a significant investment, but it's not always the right choice for everyone. Buying could make sense if you're ready, financially stable, and plan to stay in one location for at least 5 years. However, don't rush into it. Ensure you're financially prepared. With a healthy down payment, 20% is ideal, and enough savings to cover closing costs, maintenance, and unexpected repairs. If you're not ready yet, that's okay. Renting can still be a wise financial decision, especially if it allows you to save more and keep your options open. The key is to decide based on what works best for your long-term financial goals, not just societal pressure. 9. Get term life insurance. If you have dependents, life insurance is a must. Term life insurance is affordable and provides peace of mind that your loved ones will be cared for if something happens to you. How much coverage do you need? A good rule of thumb is to get a policy that's 10 to 12 times your annual income. This ensures your family can cover living expenses, pay off debts, and save for future needs like college tuition. Life insurance is one of those things you hope you never need, but having it in place ensures your family's financial future is secure no matter what. 10. Plan your children's education. If you have kids, their education is likely one of your biggest financial goals. College costs are rising, and planning early can make a big difference. One of the best ways to save is through a 529 plan, which allows your investments to grow tax-free, as long as the funds are used for education purposes. Even if you can only contribute a small amount each month, starting early will give your investments more time to grow. And remember, you don't have to cover the full cost of college. Scholarships, grants, and student jobs can also help. The key is having a plan and working toward it now, so you're not scrambling when it's time for your kids to go to school. Watch our previous video here. In it, we cover even more ways to hustle for cash. The Token team is dropping fresh content for you daily, so make sure to subscribe and like this video. Together, let's rise to the top.